getting ready to plank out this log. I've been trimming some little spots off of it to make it smoother to put my my board across. And I put my board on here and I realized that it was uneven still, so I've got to cut this. I got to cut like this much out of here to make it flat so that the board will rest flat on there. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now, provided I can get my little saw to start. And so what I do is I put 2x4s on either side, on both sides, to kind of cup the log a little bit, and then I'm running screws down in the middle just to hold it onto the log to give me my flat reference surface. So I just went and got my drill so I can make sure it's level, both sides, make sure it don't rock, which it isn't, so we're good to go. Even when disaster strikes, you still want to properly treat your power head. So yeah, the chain came off, but we went ahead and run for another 30 seconds, let it cool down a little bit. Ain't no big deal. We just need to get the chain a little tighter, I believe. Looks like it's not busted, it's just off. So actually, here you go, Jess, it is busted. Look at that, the chain snapped. So that's a little surprising, but you know, that's part of milling. So we'll swap out chains and get back at it in a little bit. All right, we did actually break the chain on that. That was the chain that I had modified to make it a hyperskip chain. And apparently I may have modified it too well and made the chain a little bit too thin and busted the chain. So it wasn't that old of a chain. So I'll try to get a new link that I can pop in there and put that chain back together. Hopefully the rest of it's still good. So we'll see how that works. But this is a full house chain on here. Almost brand new. It's made a couple little cuts, but not planking cuts. So full house, regular crosscut chain, and 36-inch bar, and so we'll just see how it works. That thing is definitely loud if you don't get your earplugs in right. This one earplug wasn't in quite all the way, so I'm gonna take this off and we'll reveal our first cut. So So it's good that you have a lovely assistant around, because mine reminded me that I needed to lower my depth here. I just about started cutting a 4-inch board, which would have ended up being
about half the log.
Well, it definitely been a third of the log. It would have ended up being like a fireplace mantle. That's what it would have ended up being. So we're gonna adjust the depth here real quick. You can watch that. It should be a piece of cake. I can get my wrench to go the right direction. I've got my preset boards that are at the depth I want right there. And then I loosen those 2 bolts there. And then this, I mean, basically it's a U joint here, a U bolt. And so there's 2 on either side. Loosen those 2. And she slides down. Alright, put it tight. And we slide our boards out and the depth is set. Thank you, lovely assistant. You are welcome. Alrighty. It was like the beginning went pretty good and the end went pretty good, but for some reason in the middle it seemed like it was a lot denser wood or something. I don't know, it was really hard. So we were fighting it, but we made it work. Is that sawdust blowing off of me in the wind? I think so. Yeah. Wonderful. Alrighty, well, we'll get that cleaned up and off of there, and we'll show you what that next one looks like, and then we'll probably get set up for the next cut. So. We went through a full tank and we ain't even halfway yet.
Wow. Go.
Hey folks, we're out here. It's a day and a half, 2 days later. We're just trying to get this cut finished up. You can see I'm still in my work clothes, just got home. Trying to get this done. I sharpened the chain. I think that's what our problem was. It's a full comp chain, standard 25-degree tooth, and just did some research and decided to grind it to a 15-degree tooth. They said it's better for ripping, and they actually highly recommend 10-degree, but I didn't want to cut it that much, so we'll go with 15 and see what happens. Hopefully at least I can finish this plank out. So that's what the goal is. We're going to finish up this one cut and then go in for dinner. So hopefully it goes well. So here we go. Alrighty, well, that went a lot quicker, so I'm pretty happy with that. Apparently the other chain was just really dull. This wood, hang on, let me get This wood, it's oak, and it's been sitting for at least 3 years. And they say the longer wood sits on the ground, the harder it gets. So it's pretty hard. And also my chain that I was using at first, or this same chain, but I was using it and I hadn't freshly sharpened it, but I didn't think it was that dull. So, but we may just need to sharpen after every cut. I don't know. We're figuring that out. So anyway, got that done. We're gonna put this plank in the shed and we're gonna head in for supper. So thank y'all for watching.